Hey guys, this is Dave with Motorcycle Misshifts and bringing a video out to you. Got some information, rumors. This is a new channel. Um, Me and my buddy decided wanted to start a YouTube channel, so this is kind of where it begins, I guess. You got to start somewhere, right? Anyway, um, I found out through a rumor that speculation, I guess. If you remember back in January 26th, Harley came out with their further faster um, video or whatever you want to call it. And they introduced the new ST models for Harley, the Lowrider ST, the Road Glide ST, and the Street Glide ST. And there was speculation prior to the launch that they were going to bring out some sort of version of the lowrider with a fairing. And on the 26th, they debuted the Lowrider ST. And as you all know by now, that the Lowrider ST is a sport touring model in Harley's lineup. It takes after the FXLRS, but they bumped it up to a 117 and they raised the suspension in the rear. I believe it's the same rear suspension that's on the Heritage Classic and the Fat Bob. The 56 millimeter rear shock. So it's different than last year's model lowrider. So anyway, most of you already know that. So fast forward a little bit, Harley Davidson had their fourth quarter earnings report, and Johann Zeit, let me quote him, said, "Demand was so high for this bike that we sold out our first consumer allocation in 10 minutes. With that being said, there's been rumors and speculation going around that there's only going to be 300 to 500 bikes in the first allocation heading to the dealerships. No one's confirmed that, but I will agree that the demand is pretty high for this bike. I actually am interested in getting this bike, and that brings me to the rumors or speculation that I read in a couple articles over the past couple days that there is an El Diablo name that I believe Harley's trademarked, or whatever that process is that they do, and so it's under the Lowrider ST model, and they're calling it the Lowrider ST El Diablo. Now, El Diablo, from what I understand, sounds like it's a paint scheme. That paint scheme is Midnight Crimson and Nebula Red. The only thing I can gather different from the El Diablo version of this bike and the standard Lowrider ST is the color scheme and the weight. I guess there is an 8.8 pound difference, a little over 8 pound difference in the El Diablo version of the bike compared to the standard Lowrider ST model. With that being said, I don't know any other thing that weighs around 8-9 pounds that you can add to that bike other than maybe the Rockford Fosgate sound system that goes into the fairing. So the speculation is, one, Diablo version is this year's Icon series. I don't know if it's going to be called the Lowrider ST El Diablo or if it's going to go under the FXRT name, and they'll call it FXRT El Diablo maybe, but it makes sense to come out with a stock version of the bike and then bring out the Icon series. The other thing is it could just be a standard model and they're going to come out with a special edition Lowrider ST, the paint scheme of Midnight Crimson and Nebula Red, and add the speaker system to it and then give you a premium price Now, personally, I would like to see if they were to go in just the special edition version instead of the Icon series, putting a razor or chopped trunk on the back and making it a full mid-size touring bike. I think that would probably sell pretty well. There is another article I read that speculates that it might show up at Daytona Bike Week. For those of you that may not know, the 81st Daytona Bike Week is March 4th through the 13th. And being at Daytona, they are also having the Daytona 200, which is at the Daytona International Speedway. With that being said, the King of the Baggers series kicks off at Daytona Bike Week on March 10th through the 12th. The King of the Baggers series kicks off Friday, and this year I guess they're going to have two races, one Friday and one Saturday. Practices starting Thursday and qualifying thereafter Thursday and Friday, with the first race later in the day Friday, and the second race I believe is at 4 p.m. Saturday. I will be attending this. As funny as it may sound, we're actually going out there Saturday early and then leaving Sunday. Funny enough, I'm not even bringing my bike. We're going to fly out there, see the races, and leave. And the reason why I'm going is because I'm hoping that this Lowrider ST or El Diablo version is present. There was another article I read that stated that it would be at Daytona Bike Week and it would be running practice laps around the track with the other bikes. Kind of like a pace car, I guess. A pace bike. Either before qualifying or during practices. Again, all just rumors and speculation at this point. But one, I kind of want to see the King of the Baggers race. I think we're planning on going in June to Wisconsin to the Road America race and hitting up Harley's museum and going to see the race. I don't know if you can camp at the racetrack or if there's camping close by. We'll probably just ride out there, camp for the weekend or something, and see the races and then come back on Sunday or something. But so just to wrap things up, the 2022 models just came out. The Road Glide, Street Glide ST were released on the 26th of January. The Lowrider ST was also released, but the Lowrider ST model won't be available until late March, early April. And from what I understand, like I said earlier, it sounds like every one of them that's going to come off the truck is already sold. So if you're looking to see what they look like firsthand in person, good luck. I wasn't one of the first ones to put a hold on that bike, but I was the second, so fingers crossed, I guess. I didn't put a down payment on it or anything. I put a $500 deposit down, basically to get in line for it, I guess. The difference being that if one were to happen to show up this year, sometime after April, because who knows when they're going to show up. At this point, I've been calling them unicorns. You hear about them, you know about them, but you've never seen one in person. So when the second one comes off the truck at the dealership that I buy my bikes from, I'll be able to look at it, test drive it, see if I like it, and if I don't like it, I do get my deposit back. It is a refundable deposit, so I have nothing to worry about. All I have to do is sit and wait, basically. But I'm kind of interested to see what this El Diablo version looks like. If I knew how to post pictures, post edit, and all that stuff, I would show you what the 80s FXRT Sport Glide looked like it was a two-tone red on red, the two colors being slightly different. I'm guessing that's the color scheme they're going with, because it's, I mean, when you look up an FXRT Sport Glide, you generally see them in black with the gold trim or bronze trim and the two-tone red. That's basically all I have. Hopefully we'll do another one of these. This is episode number 1 of hopefully many more. Eventually the weather will break in Ohio and we'll get to ride, but until then we can just sit and stare at our bikes and talk about them all day. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and looking forward to do the next one. Hopefully I get better at this. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a good day.